Okay, so today is practice day for so-called cyclocross, which is a jungle motocross racing style in Thailand that's unique. And we're starting the day with some nice fresh coffee. And we are living in hotel room number 4, which might make us faster. Because, you know, who normally writes that number? Ricky Carmichael. We got a cold box for some nice refreshments later. And now you're probably asking and thinking to yourself, how come these knobbies, they look so sharp? I'm glad you asked. So let's look into that. I have a little tip to start the video here before we go practicing tomorrow. And that is for hard-packed tracks. You can actually, instead of changing to a new tire, you can have a half-worn tire. And then you can just sharpen the knobs with a box cutter. And then you will have a very similar amount of traction as a brand new tire. Maybe even better, you have a bit more stability because the knobs are not that long. If they're full length, the knobbies, they will bend when you corner and when you give gas, so it'll be a little bit more wobbly. So this will actually be more stable and provide good drive, but only if it's hard packed, okay? Of course, if it's loose dirt or sand or anything like that or mud, you want the knobbies to be as long as possible. So new tire would be preferred. But now I'll show you how to do this. So make sure that you don't cut all the way through the tire and make yourself have a flat tire. So that's tip number 1. So you have to cut around here, so about 5 millimeters in from the edge, so you get all the rounded portion away. And then you have to focus on looking at the tip of the knife and then visualizing how it goes, how deep it goes, and then pulling sideways only, not putting too much pressure inward so you go deeper. Make sure you're not cutting too deep, but also make sure that you cut all the way into this level of the tire. So then the second cut will be from up here. You could make the blade longer for this cut, and then just see if you can cut along like this. And cutting slightly into the tire, like a little bit deep on this second cut is okay. And then you should be able to. Sometimes you just have to cut a little bit extra to free up the piece here, and then you can just pull it off like that. Whoop! And then you got yourself a really nice sharp edge here. That'll provide good drive, and it takes about 20 minutes to do the whole tire. So I'll just do that, fill up the fuel, and load up 2 bikes on the truck, and then we'll head up 400 kilometers north up to the Chumpon province of Thailand. We already booked a hotel up there, and then tomorrow we'll be ready for practice. So let's go. Now we're gonna make our homemade electrolyte drink, and this is something that's really easy to do on the road. So I just take out a bunch of water. I don't know, that's maybe 20% of the water of one bottle, and then I'll just pour coconut water. And it has natural electrolytes in there. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to print out stickers from my enduro bike with the race number. But you know, where there's a will, there's a way. So I had some electrical wire tape here. Ta-da! Same but different, as they say in Thailand. So actually I'm just gonna sharpen the rear tire of the 252 stroke as well, while I'm waiting for the missus to wake up. So you can see here, this knobby I already sharpened, so it has a new edge right here. And this one has a rounded edge. Yeah, so this is a different knob cutting technique that I used on this tire, where I do like 2 cuts, like 1 down and 1 in from here. Over here, I basically just cut the knobs off because they are longer. And always use a new blade because it has to be as sharp as possible. Otherwise it'll be really difficult. And you'll probably snap the blade, which can be a bad thing. There's a lot more drive and acceleration in such a knob. So we're gonna make them like this. And also some of them are chunked off. So actually shortening the knobs slightly will make them less likely to chunk off like this. This is a hard pack tire, really good traction as long as it lasts. And with the knobbies that are chunked off really badly, you can just cut an extra little step into the knob here, so that will provide more of an edge. Okay, so now we are arriving to the area where the track is, and Google Maps doesn't even know this road, so we're following instructions on how to get there. But it's beautiful. I love these kind of palm trees. Absolutely beautiful. And it's nice weather today. And we got two beautiful bikes on the back. And a beautiful wife that love to go racing. Okay, so we are arriving now after a very exciting trip through the jungle in our truck. It's the first time I ever have like a really off-road experience in this truck where driving up and down steep hills, but you can see the track is marked up and it goes through the jungle down here. It looks really fun. Okay, so we finally arrived and I'm gonna start practicing on the 250L because the track is very tight. So God knows it's gonna be pretty wild if you take a 252 stroke out on a little narrow jungle trail that's skiddy. It's dry and dusty, so we're gonna start a bit slow on the slow bike and then take it from there. So let's get geared up, check the tire pressure and do some practice. So now we're gonna do first practice, and you can see the race start right in the background. And look at this turn one. It just comes into a very tight turn. That is gonna be hectic tomorrow. Oh, there's actually like a split lane. So the start has a split lane split by 3 trees, or big palm trees. So that's gonna be interesting. You'd probably definitely wanna be on the inside in this case. Anyways, I'm gonna head out and do some laps. The lap is 1 kilometer long, so it's quite a long lap. So I'm excited to try that. I'll get out there and then give you an update later. Okay guys, so done with first practice, and I must say it's a fun track, and it's very technical because there's some off-cambered downhill turns where if you're trying to go too fast, you're just gonna slide out of the track. There's nothing to do. So it's a track that will reward you if you're riding patient, or as they say, you know, the old wisdom words in motocross is sometimes you have to go slow in order to go faster. So by being careful and patient in the turns, you can probably make a faster lap time. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do lap times, 2 hot laps on the 250L, and then 2 hot laps on the 252 stroke, and then we're gonna see which one is fastest. I might think that the 4-stroke is faster, even though the 252 stroke has twice or more than twice the horsepower. I still think you might be able to ride faster on this one because it's more usable power, but we're gonna find out. Okay guys, so now I'm done test riding with the 250L with lap times, and I got a 1:57, very consistent, only about 0.4 seconds difference. And now I already test ride the CR 252 stroke, and I'm surprised how
good I ride on it. So I think I'll be about 5 seconds faster actually on this one. So let's find out, because this one I can feel it has less inertia. So it sticks better to the track through the turns. It doesn't start skidding as much in the tighter turns. And I can control the brakes and the power really good, especially with the new modified tire I did with the box cutter knife this morning. It works really good. There's tons of traction with these sharp knobs. So super happy. Let's go do some lap times. So I'll do 1 warm-up lap and then 2 hot laps like last time, and then I'll turn on this one. Okay, so now we're done with practice on the 2-stroke, and it was 6 seconds faster. So I was wrong. Actually, the 2-stroke is a lot easier to manage for me, and it's more nimble and gets through the turns easier, better braking and cornering acceleration. So I'm really happy with this one, and I feel safer, surprisingly, on this bike, which I never thought. But it's also because of the Race Tech suspension. I went full soft on the setting, so it's like really soft, like an enduro suspension almost. And then also I went low tire pressure, 10 psi in the rear and 11 in the front. So that works super good. So happy, good practice day. See you tomorrow on race day.
To watch the full version of my advanced riding videos and support the development of this channel, click the join button below and become a member. And thereby you will get access to exclusive videos where I go through the most advanced skill levels and also explaining things from a physics standpoint, because I have a background in science and thereby studying physics. So I'm able to explain actual riding technique and the mechanics of riding, also bike setup, in a way that you don't see on many other channels. Also, I share my own step-by-step methods on how I track my own progress and riding technique development. So if you're interested in that, consider becoming a member and clicking the join button. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO, working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.